Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today is Tuesday, February 10th, and I've got two NBA player props for you guys today. Let's get right into it. First, let's do a quick little recap on yesterday's plays. We went 2-1, and our three plays were Pat Spencer over 20.5 points plus assists, Marcus Smart over 13.5 points plus assists, and Isaiah Collier over 10.5 assists. Pat Spencer and Marcus Smart were both very easy cashes. These were great reads given the matchups and the increased usage they are getting right now. Isaiah Collier, on the other hand, did not cash. He ended at 9 assists. The minutes were there, the potential assists were there, but ultimately the Jazz did not have a great night shooting. They went 42% from the field and just 27% from three. That said, it was still a winning day, 2-1 on the day. That brings us to an 8-6 run on NBA plays, and without further ado, let's get into today's two plays. Alright guys, we are hopping into Props Edge for our first play of the day. If you would like to use Props Edge, you can get 20% off your first month using code Budford. Our first play of the day here is Alperen Sengun over 15.5 rebounds plus assists. Now today, the Houston Rockets are playing the Los Angeles Clippers, and as we all know, Big Zoo, Ivica Zubac, has been traded to the Pacers for Benedict Mathurin. That means opposing centers are having a great time on the boards against the Los Angeles Clippers. Just recently, Jared Allen went over double-digit rebounds. Dylan Cardwell for the Sacramento Kings went for 14 rebounds. Last time out, we looked at Rudy Gobert. Unfortunately, the Clippers did blow out the Timberwolves, and the rebounds just weren't really coming for Rudy. But today, I think Alperen Sengun can get the job done for us. As you can see here, his season hit rate on this line is actually 59%. He's hit in 26 of 44 games this season. If we take a look at the head-to-head numbers, he's actually dominated this matchup even with Big Zoo playing. He's covered in 6 out of his last 7 games against the Clippers, averaging 19.4 rebounds plus assists. We can see here the potential rebound numbers are through the roof. We got 16, 21, 17, 18, 20. And if we head over to the assists, you can see he has 11 potentials, 12 potentials, 11, 19, 13. So all great numbers for us today. Now if we take a look at the Clippers depth chart without Zubac, you can see we've got Brook Lopez and Isaiah Jackson, Niederhauser. Really, these are all names that Sengun shouldn't have a problem with on the boards. Because these aren't really formidable big men, I would actually expect the ball to be in Sengun's hands a lot on offense. And the more the ball is in his hands, the more opportunities we have for potential assists, as well as any putback opportunities on the offensive glass. Now we can see here he already leads the team in both rebound chances and potential assists. He's averaging 11.2 potential assists per game, and he's averaging 7.3 rebound chances per game. Now there's moderate blowout risk. There's a 7.5 point spread, but every game today has quite a high spread. This is actually one of the lower spreads today. And Benedict Mathurin should be making his debut for the Clippers today, so that could make the game a little bit closer. And the Rockets haven't been playing particularly amazing lately. You see here they have a lot of close games, including games against teams you would expect them to blow out. You can see here they only beat the Indiana Pacers by 4 points, and they only beat the Dallas Mavericks by 4 points. So all that said, I think this line is just a little bit too low for Sengun, and I like him to get over 15.5 rebounds plus assists. Now real quick before we get into our second play, if you like these types of plays and analysis and you want them in written form every morning, you can follow me at x.com/budfordsbets. I post the plays every morning and you can get them sent straight to your phone if you turn the notifications on. Alright everyone, back in Props Edge for our second play of the day, and I'm going with Victor Wembanyama over 10.5 rebounds. Now the Lakers actually rank quite well against centers for rebounding, but obviously Wemby isn't your average center, and there's something about this spot that I like. The Lakers are on the second leg of a tough back-to-back set. They just played the Oklahoma City Thunder last night. LeBron played 36 minutes. Reeves, who's been coming off an injury, he played 29 minutes, and that brings us to an 8.5 point spread. Now obviously if either LeBron or Reeves shows any sign of fatigue and the Lakers role players aren't hitting their shots, this could very easily become a blowout. In that case, we're kind of just pulling for Wemby to be able to rake in these rebounds before he gets pulled, as the Spurs are on the first leg of a back-to-back, with them facing Golden State tomorrow. On the season, Wemby is over this line in 55% of games. In his last 10, he is over in 6 out of 10, and in his last 5, he is over in 3 out of 5. Now on the topic of blowouts, the Spurs did actually beat the Lakers by 16 points early in January. In that game, Wemby only played 26 minutes, but he was still able to cover quite easily, grabbing 14 rebounds on 20 chances. Now obviously Wemby leads the Spurs in rebound chances. He's averaging 16.9 per game. You can see here, in wins this season, Wemby is over in 65% of games, hitting in 17 out of 26. And to me, this is really more of a spot play rather than looking at the matchup. Ultimately, I see the Lakers struggling in this one. Obviously, with Luka out, opposing defenses are able to key in on Austin Reeves and LeBron James a lot more than they normally would. And that means guys like Marcus Smart, Rui Hachimura, newly added Luke Kennard, Jake LaRavia are all taking a lot more shots than they normally would. So if those guys are all chucking up bricks, then there should be a lot of potentials for Wemby. And even if they aren't, that means we're probably getting a competitive game, which means more minutes for Wemby and more opportunities to grab rebounds. That said, I'll take Wemby for over 10.5 rebounds. Alright guys, that just about does it for today. It's a small slate today, just 4 games, and it's not the prettiest slate either. All 4 games have spreads of up near double digits, so definitely don't be surprised if we see a couple blowouts today. To recap, we have 2 picks. They are Alperen Şengün over 15.5 rebounds plus assists, and Victor Wembanyama over 10.5 rebounds. If you like this type of analysis, you can like and subscribe for more videos, or you can follow me at x.com/budfordsbets. There's a much bigger 14-game slate in the NBA tomorrow, and I will see you then with more picks.